got love for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
What are we talking about? You know, I'm not here to start any trouble.
I'm only going to say nice things about you from now on. I think you're handsome, and I think you're a wonderful host.
I'm fat and I'm overweight.
Just don't say anything silly.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take it serious.
You know, I don't want y'all to take anything out of context that I'm saying.
He's very funny. He likes to joke around a lot.
As a personality and as an entertainer, yes.
This is going to be really quick. I'm not taking any questions.
Go ahead and get comfortable. I'm going to talk for a little bit.
You're listening to Cabbie Presents, the podcast.
Welcome, 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 welcome. It's summertime in the city. I'm looking forward to the anthems that we blared out of the cars while driving down the street. And those anthems are being recorded right now somewhere. I'm not sure where, but right now there are dudes in a booth, a guy behind the board, a guy in front of a mic, laying down some vocals on a very, very heavy beat. Drake has the anthem at this very moment started from the bottom. So many people can relate to that chorus, and it's such a simple message. But I think to bring it to a sports context, the unexpected and the unsuspecting are the ones to watch for. I suck at making predictions, so I won't make any. But as the playoffs are here in the NBA and the NHL, I don't believe the favorites will be the victors this year in 2013. However, I preface that with I suck at making predictions. We still have a few weeks before the Kings are crowned, so whether they are new Kings or old Kings remain to be seen. My first guest is a Clippers fan, but he's from Toronto. He's an actor that's acted in Vancouver. He studied in Los Angeles, and he comes from a family of performers that have been everywhere. And he has one of the most unique names you'll ever come across. All that in one dude.
If it's going to be an interview, I'm going to conduct it. So I'll answer my own questions, ask myself the questions, then give y'all the answers.
Back in 2002 was the first time I met him when Coast to Coast, he appeared on TV screens on Much Music, which is the MTV of Canada before MTV came to Canada. Much Music as a likable, cool VJ introducing the latest music videos to the masses while making music himself and appearing in a group called The Oddities.
All true stuff.
Yes. Appearing on TV, working in the studio, laying down rhymes, and producing music, and becoming a video game connoisseur.
Also true.
Rainbow Sun Francks stayed busy as an artist. We stayed in touch, and after his departure from Much Music, he popped up in films and as a regular on Stargate Atlantis as Lieutenant Aiden Ford, and for the past 3 seasons as Dev Clark on The Listener. Recently, we hung out for 3 consecutive days, all randomly. We just showed up at the same spots.
True story.
Here in Toronto, and now he's in the studio, always super honest, very engaging, and fun to be around.
I love that you just said that. It's true. I am frightfully honest. I've lost more than a few jobs because of that. But I got to do your podcast, and so this is a good thing.
Which we will discuss. Rainbow Sun Francks.
Let's do
One
it.
Go. Welcome.
Thank you.
To Cabbie Presents.
Cabbie Presents. Good to see you, my dear friend. This is my first podcast I've ever done in my life. So
I'm happy that this is your maiden voyage into this technology.
This is the cherry-popping, jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring debut of Rainbow Sun Francks on a podcast.
You can find him on Twitter at Rainbow Francks, RAINBOWFRANCKS. All one word.
Yep.
Are you on Instagram also?
I am. Rainbow Sun. At Rainbow Sun.
At Rainbow Sun.
I take such good pictures. It's crazy.
Okay, I have to follow you on Instagram. At Rainbow Sun. Let me write that down. Okay.
I love this podcast. This is going to be fun.
Hey, so listen. So the first, one of my dudes came over yesterday, and we were talking, and he's a friend of mine who has to go to a lot of weddings. Like every summer, this guy has, for the past 3 years.
Does he just have a lot of friends, or is it just?
Well, it's like him and his girls. So like one summer it would be like his dudes. The next summer it was like her girlfriends.
Okay. And it's that time for people our age. A lot of people getting married, having kids.
Yeah, and
I'm noticing it. It's inappropriate. Fine.
What's inappropriate?
Just that they want that I have to do all this stuff and give them all this money.
That's what I mean. Okay, so let's
I have to give them so much money. Like I'm losing thousands of dollars here just because you guys love each other for a few years. Like I don't even like. Shouldn't I agree with them? Shouldn't I think like, yeah, this is gonna last. Now I'll give you $1,000. You know what I mean?
But you can't. What can you? You can't actually say that ever.
Well, I mean, I feel like there should be cards for that. Maybe that's a company. You know, maybe
it's one of those where they.
Maybe it's like a frightfully honest card, and it's like,
ooh,
I like her. She's cute. I don't think you guys match. Here's like $30. Or here's like $50. You know what I mean?
Maybe you could send that in
here's
a way like whether it's like some kind of video like
it's like an e-card.
Yeah,
it's like a crappy e-card with like my face painted on something. It's like
it's an animated version of you.
I like that.
Or it's like some college dudes record videos for people.
And that's their whole job.
That's
like
their whole
that.
job. Like, and they just the couple just gets a YouTube link, and it's boom, or like a Vimeo link, and it's
like the biggest letdown ever.
It really is, yeah. And like the title of the email is, surprise from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like what? Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then it's
oh man, it's crazy stuff. You get $50. You get no money.
You so how many so it's wedding season. Because it's the summertime. So how many weddings do you attend generally in 1 year?
0.
Oh, so you don't actually go to weddings?
I've gone to like 2 weddings in my. I mean, when I was a kid, I probably went to a few more where it was like, oh, you're the kid, and like go to
2 weddings.
I think I've only been to like 2 weddings. Like my best friend growing up, Michael Carter, he got married. They had like a very informal wedding. It was like at the Drake, and they just like it was a big party.
That's cool.
I went to that. It was cool. I gave him lots of money. That was awesome. But other than that, I've been like a guest. There's like a hot girl who asked me to be her date, and that was.
Did you go?
Yeah, that was great.
So wait, but 2 weddings in your life, dude? That is abnormal. You're like the outlier for someone in their late 20s, early 30s. Like
I'm 33. Yeah.
You're 33.
Yeah.
Like that's almost impossible, dude.
I don't know. I guess I have a lot of friends that are just crappy and single right now, or like a lot of them got married on trips and I was working and I couldn't go. They're like, come to Barbados, and I'm like, I can't. I'm shooting a show. So I think I got out of a lot of stuff.
That's good. That's
like
actually
work clause. I got out.
So what's your general rule?
How many weddings have you been to?
Dude, I've been to probably 12. A solid dozen weddings.
That's like $10,000. You're out.
Yeah, easily.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
like depending on how close friends they are.
No, not $10,000. No. I'm not a high roller. Like
what do you mean? I'm talking about like going out. You got to get ready. You got to do this stuff. You got to have a nice outfit. You got to do this stuff. You got to date. There's pre-drinking. There's after stuff. There's like presents. There's travel. It's like that's good, man.
See, I was
down payment on a cheap condo right there.
I was just thinking of the actual gift.
A house in Niagara Falls.
Dude, that's in Grimsby. In Grimsby. I could probably buy like an acre of land.
See? There you go.
Or Orangeville. These are all small towns in Ontario, for people who are listening to this. There's a guy in Arizona that has no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Just pick a place in Arizona.
So, geez. All I know is Tempe because I've been to Arizona.
There you go.
State.
Done. Let's cut it off there while we're ahead.
Tempe, right.
Okay.
So wait, okay, what's your rule for the gift? I mean, your friend Michael Carter is your best friend, so
he got the best gift.
Okay, so that he almost doesn't
count. Because he got like I made him a piece of art for his home.
That's cool.
I'm designing him a piece of furniture for his home.
Really?
Yeah, because he bought his first home, so I'm like, I want to have the best.
Did he turn into Ty Pennington just now?
No. It's not going to be like an aquarium with a TV built in it that's also a toilet. With the theme of like the Ravens. It's not that's what I feel like he would do. No, it's like I'm gonna make him a nice table and I got some art for his wall. He's an amazing artist and we started doing art when we were young together.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like it's themed. Like I said, I grew up with the guy from 3 years old. He was the only guy when I sat down and they said there's a new kid in class. His name is Rainbow. Everyone laughed. He didn't. I was like, you're my best friend.
Oh,
and
nice.
Now we've been friends for 30 years.
Okay. So Michael aside.
Yeah.
What is your Okay, so when you went with the hot girl.
Yeah. I didn't. I gave her some money. Like I gave her like a couple $100 to put in the.
See that in itself is pretty generous because I think.
I was just like I thought people might know who I was, and I kind of didn't want to like. I didn't want to be like this crappy cheap guy. Plus, it was the only wedding I had been to, so I was like, I better make a good impression. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Yeah.
Like it was more for me than for them. I feel like.
I I totally get that.
It was like,
you
selfishly selfless.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like like when people recognize you in a restaurant, you're like, oh man, so you have to like over tip because you don't want to be oh well, Rainbow came and he was eating and he left me.
What about when it's me, you, and a bunch of other dudes that are all on TV eating at a spot and someone comes up? Because then you're like, okay, now we're literally giving you like $1,000 at the end of this meal.
Which happened when we were on college the other day. And we ate at, what was that? You recommended the spot. It was legit. I can't remember the name of the spot, though.
It was Bar Italia.
Bar Italia.
Classic.
Yes.
Classic Toronto spot.
So, yeah, we did have to. So, that like I recently was just eating with some friends, and there was a girl who worked there, and she was very nice, and she came to say what's up. And so then I was like, it's just that exchange is costing me more money.
Represents it. But I mean, who knows? You may, maybe she'll follow you on Twitter.
And say like, yeah, your segments suck. So, okay, so it's also like, so my friend, also it's like stag party season.
I've never been to a stag party.
Really?
Yeah. And I feel like
Dude, you're such a
here's
rookie
the other
in
thing.
life. What's going on?
But I'm so experienced in so many other things.
True. That's also true.
Like, and speaking of that, my experience, without being blatant about my life and what I've done.
Well, you're the
and
guest,
the
so you're
debauchery.
supposed to speak. Wow.
Well, I just mean the debaucherous life that I've
like
led
that.
in my 20s, you know what I mean? Getting handed a key to the city and just, I mean, I hosted Electric Circus, man. That was like every hot 18 and 19-year-old girl in the city, all in one room,
right?
And I am in control of it all for years. It was okay. So that was just, and then I ran a nightclub right that night. So I was like, "All you come with me now to the nightclub, and let's just extend."
How
this.
are you still alive?
I'm not. It's the mysteries of science. But I wonder how I haven't been to a stag party yet, because I feel like even the most like petty of my friends should be like, dude, you should do my stag party.
Right.
I've never been asked, because I know all the strippers and I know them all. Like, I would get, right to this day. I have a standing table at the brass rail whenever I come in.
Upstairs with Ron.
Downstairs, because upstairs is kind of whatever. Downstairs,
I like upstairs.
You come with me and my boy. Downstairs, guys, earmuffs. You come with me downstairs. The only person and you're going to love the only time I ever didn't get my table in 15 years, Scottie Pippen was sitting there when I walked in.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
The only time that I didn't get my table, and they said, sorry, Rainbow, Scotty's at your table. He goes, but you can go say what up. So I walked over to Scotty, and I was like, I said, this is usually my table, Mr. Pippen, but you can have it tonight, and it's a pleasure to have you there. He was Scottie Pippen.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good story to tell. Yeah.
It was a good night.
So stag party. So my friend, my boy DJ. I might just say his name. I'm keep saying my friend, my boy DJ. Okay, people know who listen to the podcast. My friend DJ. And so I wanted to get your opinion on the etiquette, but you haven't been to the.
But I'm a master of etiquette.
Okay, so this is right up your alley.
Perfect.
So when a colleague invites you to a stag party, and you're not friends with this person outside of work.
So this is the first outside of work environment hangs.
Yeah, there might be.
There's like a bit of stuff. There's like drinks or whatever.
Yeah,
but
there might be
big.
drinks with like a group of guys or a mixed group.
Okay,
but like not like you guys text each other for anything not involving work.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so, he's not like, hey man, you see Daphne the other day, and you're like, oh yeah. Okay. No,
Daphne. There isn't a woman under 45 named Daphne.
Edna?
Ooh, there isn't a woman under 68 named Edna. I don't think that's a lie.
I mean, I'm gonna go Gertrude after that.
Yeah, Gertrude. Now you're messing with the 80s.
One. Yeah, it's true.
Now you're. So these are your options. If a colleague, say on one of your film sets or one of your TV shows, invites you to a stag party,
yes,
which is basically a fundraiser for the groom.
Is that true? See, yeah. I didn't know about that.
Okay, so there are bachelor
I thought it was
parties.
So that's what I want to go to. That's the thing where you just get absolutely faced and
yes.
and you wake up and it's horrible.
So the stag party is like, it's usually like a stag and doe. So it's the bride and the groom. They're having
I've heard about
a joint
these.
party at like a hall.
And they
it's
do
like
games, and there's
you're
like
spending money
quarters. You play quarters.
Yes,
I've
yes.
seen this. I've seen pictures of this.
Right.
And it's weird. Okay, so what is the etiquette for?
Okay, so what it is, so if this person invites you to a stag party, you're not really friends outside of work. Okay, these are the options. Do you make an excuse not to go?
Okay.
Do you say you'll go and then don't go?
No, you never do that.
Okay.
I mean, that you're just an
Do you
idiot.
give them $60 for the ticket and say, hey, man, have a great time? Like, I'm not going to go. Here's the whatever you're charging for the ticket. Here's the $60 or whatever.
That's good.
Or do you accept and you attend the stag party?
Do you want to be friends with this person?
You want to be, I think you generally want to be nice. But like, it
but I
depends
mean, are
how
you
honest
trying to
you are, 'cause
extend your
you're-
friendship?
You're
Are
an
you trying to-
honest guy.
I'm a very honest dude.
So, but
I
okay,
would
so you
either
Rainbow Sun Francks. What would you do in this situation?
So, someone asked me, I would say, I mean, I would probably either decline and give them some money, like pay for the ticket and not go. But I'd go. I mean, most honestly, I would probably go for the experience because I can always go and then leave.
Okay,
I don't mind leaving. I mean, it's not in like North Cheektowaga, right? Like I'm not going to North Penetanguishene to go to this stag party, or it's going to be down the street. It's a cab ride away, right?
Well, what if it's in, say, we're recording this in Toronto.
Yeah.
So what if it's, say, in Burlington?
Like Sarnia?
No,
Burlington?
okay, Burlington is like 30
Burlington's
minutes
like a
outside
half
of the
hour.
city.
Okay.
If you
it's
listen to this in
like
Vancouver,
Brampton or
it's
like
in Coquitlam.
Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, or maybe it's in Surrey.
It's in Surrey.
Yeah.
I had a great time in Surrey.
Or maybe in Abbotsford. That's about like 50 minutes away.
Can we talk about Surrey? Because
we can talk. I spent six years in Vancouver.
So you were shooting Stargate, Atlantis for 3 years or 4
I
years?
did 3 years of that, and then I also did another show, and then I did some movies, and I was just sort of hanging out for a year because I like the girls there.
Right. Well, Vancouver is.
Yeah.
My boy Peter Gurgis says
I know Peter.
Of course you know Peter. Peter's the mayor of Vancouver. Peter once told me, and I don't know how this is at all quantifiable, but he once said, or maybe it was, I was out with Peter one night socially, and someone in this group said this, or maybe my boy, do you know Owen Lewis?
No.
Owen, maybe he could confirm, or Bruce, that in Vancouver there are 100,000 more single women
than men
in Vancouver.
Yes.
It feels like that.
Here's
when you
the
go
other
there.
thing is they are all like 9s and 10s.
Vancouver
They're all,
has a very...
like you walk down the street and you're just like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Really, like, I don't know you and I probably hate you, but I love you for now. In passing, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. It's an amazing city. Go there. You'll get bored within like a week. So... That's what it's a boring place to me, but
so tell me, why do people in Vancouver hate on people in Surrey? Like, when did Surrey develop such a bad reputation?
Surrey.
Like
I've only been there
once and I had a
all the
great
bad
night
kids
there.
Apparently live in Surrey, and the downtown kids. I don't know. Vancouver's got this false sense of everything, in my opinion, and it's just a weird place. Vancouver thinks that Toronto hates them, so they hate on us so much, and we're like, do you realize we could care less what you think? This is just some Canadian beef, but we don't care. And when I was there, it was always like, oh, you're from Toronto. Oh, you think you're the best. Oh, we don't care about the Leafs. Da, da, da. And I was just like, we're just really love the Leafs in Toronto. We're good. If anything, we've just proven what a good fan is. Like, don't hate us.
Right.
We get it. You like your team. We like our team.
Right.
That's fine. It works. But yeah, it's not like they learned how to keep an NBA team. So.
Oh, right. Stu Jackson, man. You're just like one of I
still have a big country jersey.
Do you?
Yeah, I wear it.
That's
just
amazing.
in jest.
So do you remember how he had those patches in the back of his head?
Like his barber had Tourette's.
Like Big Country had the patches. Rasheed Wallace had that one little
he had that one
patch.
that wouldn't grow in, yeah.
Yeah, like who there are other guys that who was the dude? There's oh man, is it Terrell Suggs? There's one dude that has wrinkles. Oh no, it's Shane Battier has
crazy weird wrinkles
in his head,
and he's not it's not like fat wrinkles. It's he's got
not a fat guy.
No, he's got dimples and
yeah. I don't, and then and Iman Shumpert when the Knicks has the high top right now. He's repping for
I like that
for Kid from Kid and Play. It's just various head shapes
from Too Hype.
From House Party 1 through 3, And Class Act. Remember
Class Act. That's where he did the ripple at the back like Charlie Brown.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we're going on a
we're on
tangent.
crazy
Okay, wait.
tangents,
So
yeah.
where were we going?
We were at
the stag party?
Stag parties is where we started.
Okay, yeah,
I don't know where we went. But
If the stag party was in
pay.
Burlington, Ontario, like it was 30 minutes outside of your city.
Yes. Now, it's a stag and doe, right? Okay, like is it all dudes I'm hanging out with, or there's a chance to meet women?
Well, okay, a stag party there might be some strippers, or there might be like a dancer that shows up.
Okay, I don't care about that because that you just go to the strip club.
Okay, fine.
So that's
but it's I would imagine it's probably a stag and doe.
So there's the girls, all her friends are there.
All her friends, and then but then there's like family members, and it's
so that could be fun. I see myself. I would be into going to that party, experiencing it. It's a night in your life, and at the end of it, you've made close friends with someone that you're going to work with. So it's a good thing for the future.
Okay.
I like that. I'm all about building relationships like that. In my younger years, I probably would have said, forget it, and stayed at home. And
played video games?
Yeah, probably. But now, I mean, I would definitely go and just make the effort. If the guy's nice enough to invite you, he obviously holds you in high regard. So, yeah.
When you were a VJ at Much Music.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw this the other day, but it happened like 2 days ago. There was a kid, his first job in TV, he was an anchor in North Dakota, the NBC affiliate in North Dakota. Did you see this?
No.
Okay. So it's his first like few seconds on the network.
Oh, this is real. This happened
This actually
recently.
real happened. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to relate this to your experience being a VJ at Much Music.
I'll tell you about my first day on air.
Amazing.
Next. Okay, go for it. So tell me about this.
So this dude is like paralyzed by anxiety and nervousness, and he's going over what he's going to say as his co-host is
counting him down.
Throwing to him.
Okay.
And he's got his notes, and he just starts swearing at himself. Like he dropped F-bombs. Like a couple of F-bombs.
That's amazing. His very first time on the air ever. And his last time on the air.
Pretty much, yeah. So he's like, so it's, I felt so, I was cringing. I felt so bad for this guy because anybody who's done anything live, your nerves are going, for the first time, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just wrought with just emotion, and she
see him all tensed up.
Yeah, his name is, I think it's AJ Clement or AJ Clementi, and so he drops his F-bombs, and then she's like, so AJ, tell us about yourself. He starts stuttering. He starts stumbling.
Oh, no.
And he's like, I went to. It was worse than that. And he's like, I went to University West Virginia, and so I know about the East Coast. It's like, well, thank you for that, AJ. And your first story. And then he's like, and then he starts talking about how there are multiple deaths happen in this accident. So anyway,
okay, who made this guy an anchor?
Well, whoever
out the gate.
So that's the thing. It's like
whose son is he?
Right. Who does this guy know?
Yeah.
So that happened, and he wasn't fired immediately, but he was fired later that day, and I felt so bad for him because it was his first day on the job, and then he just got boom. So. Have you ever? Can I
look this up?
Yes, you can look.
Is it on?
Here, I can show you. I can show it to you. But while I look for it, have you ever? What's the most nervous you've been on live TV? And secondly, have you ever dropped? Have you ever cursed or
No.
What's the biggest snafu that you've had on live TV?
I can't remember doing too much wrong on live TV. I actually lucked out that. The most nervous, I guess, was the first time I was on air. The first thing I ever did live on Much Music. Now, for those that aren't in the know, Much now, they have teleprompters. They have all these things that help you to get through your day. When I started, there was nothing. There was a dude counting you down, and they said you had to talk for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. You had to talk for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Not a lot to talk about sometimes, but Britney Spears and whatever the day's thoughts were. So you had to just go in and say what you had to say and as eloquently as you could and get out when they said to get out. So the first day I was ever on air, I remember getting there and doing all my prep for my first throw, and I was very nervous, and I wasn't so nervous. I had been on TV my whole life, so I wasn't super nervous about doing it, but it was a new skill set. It was a new job. the knowledge was there because it was music and something that I loved and followed closely. But it was something new to get on this air. And I saw the camera wheel in, and they looked at me. And they said, okay, you're going to air in a few minutes. And then someone rushed in and said, Aaliyah just died.
Oh, my gosh. That was your first day?
Aaliyah died. You have to announce it to the nation. My very first day, my very first throw was me throwing to her brother who had made a statement about her death.
Wow.
And that was the first time I had ever been on air.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about baptism by fire.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So a little bit of a crazy thing when I thought I was coming to be like, it's Britney,
Yeah.
And then no, it wasn't at all. So all of a sudden it was like this heartfelt. First of all, I felt it. I loved Aaliyah. And so it was like, it was a weird first day.
Do you remember?
I remember being really nervous and being like, I don't know how I'm going to convey this to the audience. I wasn't sure how to do it in my words. It all happened very, very quickly and stuff. So I had sort of a sheet, and I don't really remember. It just sort of came out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I wonder if that clip exists somewhere.
It exists 100 feet from here. You can go
That's
grab
true.
it.
Yeah, it would exist in the library. Okay, here's the clip.
All right.
Here's
this
the clip.
Is the kid. This is
AJ Clemente.
AJ Clemente.
And he's in. He's a NBC affiliate in North Dakota.
This is like our version of Two Girls, One Cup. Right?
Okay, here we go. Even has like the local news, like news
thing. So bad.
It's like
it's so bad.
And this is 2013. And it's like it looks like it's 1988.
Graphics are terrible.
On NBC North Dakota News, your news leader in high definition.
Good evening, I'm Van Q. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
Okay, well, welcome aboard, AJ.
Oh, my God.
Thanks.
Go for it.
Fatal ATV crash happened yesterday in Warren County.
It goes to a fatal
ATV while turning from Canal to 151st Street.
Oh, my God. That was by far the best thing.
Oh,
I wish his body language could translate. He looks like his shirt, like he wears a 16 and he's wearing a 15 and a half neck. Like it's all squeezed up.
I just gotta I feel so bad, and I don't want to replay it, but I'm gonna replay it.
I would love for you to replay it. Oh my God, please replay it.
There we go.
Time for the disabled.
Oh my God.
A deadly
I love that he's looking down. He has like the
listen to his first word. Okay, listen to his first word.
On NBC North Dakota News, your news
on NBC North Dakota News. Here.
Good evening, I'm Van Q. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
He's used to from being in the East Coast.
Oh man, I feel like
thank you, Van. I'm used to feeling good at being in the East Coast.
I feel so bad for this dude, and I shouldn't laugh because
how many views is he at?
Go. This one's okay. Let me see. Let's get a couple days ago. What's the big? Okay, 400,000 there. 200 million. Oh, sorry, not
2 million.
2 million there. So it's probably like
2
3 million.
2 million in a couple days is big.
Yeah. And all these other people.
Everyone else has stolen it and posted it, reposted. That's amazing.
I shouldn't laugh at the guy because that could happen to me at any time.
No, it can't. You're so far over that.
I know, but still, but anything.
It could totally happen.
It could totally happen.
You're never going to go gay. I just said out of the East Coast. My God, that's amazing.
So
thank you. I never saw that. I didn't know that it existed. I am gonna send that to everyone I know now in the media.
Welcome.
Like every host I know is getting that in their inbox.
Do you remember? Okay, so this comes to me as kind of in the reporter fail bracket or subcategory.
Yeah.
Do you remember Bertation, the girl? Oh my gosh, what was her name? She had like a, like her brain just had the most unbelievable brain freeze.
Oh, okay.
And it felt like she had a stroke after it was like the Golden Globes or the Oscars, and she was a reporter in Los Angeles doing a live hit after, and I think it was
like she just stopped completely, or
no? Here, I'll play it for you because like this was also. I'm just gonna punch in Bertation in
Bertation. There it is.
Here we go.
Oh, is that her? A very, very heavy Bertation tonight. Oh, is this what she says?
Yeah, here we go.
What the hell is a
CBS 2's Serene Branson is live at the Staples
Serene
Center
Branson.
with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go ahead, Terrace and look for the have the pet.
What? Yeah,
CBS
dude.
2's Serene Branson is
yeah,
live
one more
at the
time.
Staples Center
This
with
is just
highlights and
an
That's the best thing I've ever
for the
seen.
very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go ahead, Terrace and look for the have the pet.
What? Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah.
The Debbie Dare.
You don't remember that
one? I never saw that one either.
What?
These are amazing.
That was a huge one, dude.
These are amazing.
Rainbow, that was like that one, and like, and I think she was on like.
Oh,
I mean,
she would have been on like Ellen
yeah,
and stuff after
like,
that because she got 35 billion hits.
Everybody thought she had like a stroke, and she doesn't remember saying those words. And I think she was trying to say that, you know, she was trying to throw to
she had a
group
very
that had
heavy birtation
she really
tonight.
did
It
have
was
a
a
birtation.
very heavy.
And apparently AJ Clement also had a birtation in North Dakota.
He had a very heavy birtation tonight.
So
wait, what is your biggest faux pas? That's the, I mean,
see,
you can't ask
lucky.
me that.
No, I'm lucky because I don't do a lot of live stuff.
Right.
All my interviews are pre-recorded.
Right.
So I have the absolute blessing of taking my interviews into an into an edit suite and then cutting them up and then releasing them on TV.
So I almost got the Basement Jacks. One time I was interviewing them live, and I loved their new record. And my slang, I was like, your new album is it's ridiculous. It's awesome. And like they thought ridiculous. They're English, right? And for some reason they're Brits. Yeah. And they thought when I said it's ridiculous that it was a bad thing.
Oh, wow.
And so they were like, so you didn't like it or something? It's like, no, it was good. I mean, it's really good. And there was this whole like really awkward minute of me trying to explain that I really liked the record, and that was just a way that I was saying it. But that's as awkward as it ever got. But it was weird because I was like, no, I really like you guys, and this is live. Can we just move?
Oh,
and I'm trying
live
to,
too.
I'm trying to move
sucks.
to the next question, and they're just kind of keeping me there. And I was like, no, just a statement, just sort of a blanket statement that it was a good record. I'm just trying to move on. Just gonna move on to the next one. You know, and it's hard. The opening stuff with interviews is weird sometimes.
I'm in
First
studio.
impressions, right?
Yeah, that's
a huge
goes a
thing.
long
If
way.
you don't get to talk to them beforehand and set sort of a rapport, like a natural conversation,
a lot of times you don't get to.
You get like, you have 5 minutes, or you get like 10 minutes.
That's even long. I would say you show up and they're like, okay, so and so, and you.
That's
because
that's because you interview Kobe.
No,
that's why. Yeah, you.
No, but Kobe.
I interview like. John Svensson, he's like a designer. He's like a game publisher from North Dakota. He's friends with AJ Clemente. They went to West Virginia High together.
Listen,
and you're interviewing Kobe. I look at clips and Kobe's like, "What up, Cabbie?" And I'm like, "That's Kobe."
You guys had big artists come to Much Music when
big time.
When all the big artists would come to Much Music.
Yes. I was there, and luckily one day I got my street cred when Lenny Kravitz came in because he's a family friend. When he came in, he had Adriana Lima with him.
Oh,
which
my
was
word.
crazy.
So okay, here. Oh, okay.
But
so
that was my street cred for that building because he was like Rainbow. He came and gave me a big hug and like, and that's when everyone was like, oh man, Rainbow somebody. And I was like, yeah.
How did you meet Lenny Kravitz?
He produced my sister's record. Him and my sister are old friends, as my sister and Lisa Bonet are friends. And I grew up with Zoe Kravitz, with his daughter. And
how old is Zoe?
She had a crush on me when she was a little girl. So I was like, I'm like the big brother. I'm older than her. She's only like 20s, in her early 20s now.
So wait, Lenny Kravitz
she's
produced.
Ridiculous.
Right now she is?
She's so beautiful. It's
well, that's got to be karma for Lenny Kravitz.
I mean,
like I used to have this conversation. Sometimes just like BSing around the office.
Lenny and Lisa Bonet DNA mixing is just ridiculous. Yeah. It's a ridiculous kid.
When we would have these hypotheticals, like just as sports fans do and just whatever, and we had one of them which was like obviously we couldn't have a definitive answer, but in a 7-year stretch, okay, which dude was the bigger playboy. Lenny,
7 years.
Any 7
Any
years.
given
Okay.
the best 7 years.
Yeah, so it was, and this was, we had like,
I mean,
I had it like
Lenny's
tournament
gonna
style.
take it.
Okay, wait, we had tournament style.
Yeah.
And in, I think we had 8 guys, and it ended up being, I'll tell you,
Yeah, like, was it bracketed?
Yeah, it was kind of bracketed.
This is amazing.
The finalists were
playoff life.
Oh my gosh, Warren Beatty.
Nah.
And are you crazy?
Yeah, Warren. No. I know.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Warren,
I'm just saying.
It was Warren Beatty and one on one bracket, and it was Frank Sinatra in the other bracket.
Yeah, I mean, now you're going to guys, but the problem with that is that these are mega stars.
Yeah, but those are all the guys in the tournament.
But it's not as a debaucherous era.
You don't think back then was?
Not as debaucherous an era. There's not the same, like, technology's not the same. All these things for, like, linking with people isn't the same. You got to think that in the modern world, it's like Eminem. You see Eminem's Twitter, it's just like porn stars are just like, I want to bang you, Em. Like, I'll come to you right now, I'll do anything. And you're missing Charlie Sheen, dude.
He had it. Well,
Charlie Sheen, I mean, because you're not taking out of how much he paid, how many bills.
Right.
You're talking about a guy who's making $2 million a week. $2 million a week, and he's doing drugs and with just porn stars. Like, you're talking about a guy who's banged everybody.
Okay, so we could revise the tournament.
Lindsay Lohan could be the reverse version of that
Ooh,
also, because she's banged everybody too.
Has she?
Except me.
Except me too.
I still would.
For the story.
Just for the podcast.
So Lenny, it was Lenny Kravitz versus Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, Lenny all day. Jimmy was doing H,
I know,
man.
I know.
Jimmy
Jimmy was doing a lot of
man.
drugs.
He's doing too much drugs. Lenny's banging young models all day. It's crazy.
Here's a weird story.
He's
I
the
was in
greatest.
Ottawa I mean, you know the dude. I was in Ottawa once, and I was at an after party. I was covering the Stanley Cup Finals in 2007, and I think the playoffs in 2008. I'm just at an after, and a girl's entry, like her introduction to me, was saying how she hooked up with Lenny Kravitz at his apartment in New York with another model friend. I'm like, this is how you're introducing
That's her business
yourself.
card.
Pretty much. I was like, wait, you're in the wrong room, because like there's just a bunch of like blue collar dudes in this room. You're talking about Lenny Kravitz, who's a global star, and now you're here with a dude that used to work at friggin' Canadian Tire in high school. You know what I mean? I went to Ryerson. Like it's not gonna have the same kind of play in this room at this dude Sean's house.
This dude
Sean's house at like 3:17 a.m. Like what do you want? Like you want me to drive you to Wendy's to get like you're not? It's not gonna be the same experience.
I don't think she was looking for the same.
Well, I'm not really sure
she
why
was just showing at what level she operates.
Yeah, but then she probably should have just went home. Like
Wow.
it's like, listen, there's no one even in this guy's league.
No, well,
in this
not
room,
in this country.
Right. Okay, so Lenny. So okay, how did you? So your sister Cree was doing music.
Yeah, I mean, Cree and Lisa Bonet have been friends ever since. My sister Cree Summer sort of took Lisa Bonet's place when she got pregnant with Zoe on the TV show A Different World. So my sister was on there for years, and so it's sort of that Cosby friendships and black actors. It's a whole thing in LA, especially around that time, like late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, I want to get to that because you have an affinity for the LA Clippers, and that's
Big
really where I want to go with it.
That's perfect. That's all stems from my sister being on the show.
I want to get to the LA Clippers because I don't know, and Billy Crystal is like the famous LA Clippers fan, but he still goes to Lakers games when the Clippers aren't there. So,
I mean, he was a Lake Show fan, really.
Yeah.
Though.
So, it went counterintuitive and went with the Clippers when they sucked and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna get to that. I was looking at the Huffington Post. And there was an interview that Snoop Dogg did yesterday.
You mean Snoop Lion?
Snoop Lion. Okay, Snoop Lion.
What in Jaw's name is
I know,
Snoop
right?
Lion?
So he's at the Huffington Post, and he's doing an interview with, what's this young fella's name? Lamont something. So I'm saying his name wrong. Sorry, hold on. Let me look for it here. He's, where we got here? The guy's name is Mark Lamont Hill.
Okay.
And so they were like trying to find a beat for him to freestyle, and
at the Huffington Post,
yeah,
they want to get Snoop Lion to freestyle.
Right, so they're
this is all signs point to nothing good can come of this.
He did eventually freestyle, and it wasn't bad. I mean, he's not known
Never
for
freestyles anymore.
For his
he's
skills,
100.
right?
Yeah.
He's actually 105.
Yeah.
But Snoop
he's
had
doing pistachio commercials right now.
Right, him and
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
But he brought with him a blunt.
Of course he did.
And he starts smoking the blunt in the office. Like, people are doing business, carrying on with their...
Well, you want him to freestyle.
I see. I guess he's got to get lifted in order to get...
Snoop
He's got to
Lion,
get to that place.
Yeah, that's Snoop Lion. What, do you think that's wrong? You know, Snoop will just smoke a blunt anywhere, though. I'm sure he's got some sort of medical license
Right.
for that thing.
And I don't know where the HuffPost offices are, but if it's in California, then yeah, he probably has the best medicinal something, and then he just... But,
Yeah.
so
That's
more...
medical, man. You trying to stop him? That's a medical case.
More egregious than that. Okay, before that, why do you think that actors and entertainers can get away with it, whereas athletes can't? Like, why do you...
Smoking weed?
Yeah, but like openly doing drugs, or even if it's like say the party lifestyle.
I think it has to do with the just celebrity culture in general. And
But
the fact
athletes
that,
are celebs.
Yeah, very different culture though. It's like one is a very family-based thing, and one is TMZ creates this culture, and you jump into it, and there's tabloids. It's not about, you don't want to see like Michael Jordan, like you don't want to see anything with Michael Jordan.
But why though?
Because the kids want to be like Mike.
But the kids also want to be like Snoop. There are kids that want to be like Snoop. Not saying that they're the same thing. But...
Yeah, there's lots of. I was one of the kids that wanted to be like Mike and Snoop, and that was a problem. But yeah, you can't. I mean, you have to differentiate the two. I think it's one of the things. Is just it's sports. It's a thing that you bring these kids up doing sports, and you don't want to say like you can be. You don't want to say you can be Allen Iverson.
Why not though? Okay, so if
you want to say you can be like the best in the game. Like
so let's say Biebs. Okay, the Biebs is he's a teenager.
The Biebs is a Disney kid. Like he's in that Disney generation. It's those young kids. They can't be smoking weed outwards. And look, here's the thing, okay? And I'm gonna just go on a little rant for a second about
Please
the Biebs.
do.
There's a problem with the Biebs smoking weed. Dude, do it in your $17 million house with your monkey. Don't come outside where people can see it and you can smoke weed all day. Like, he's doing it outright.
But I thought he was doing it like in hotel rooms or
whatever, dude. Don't do it in your hotel. You know what? Buy a hotel. Build a hotel. The Bieber. It looks like a 14-year-old lesbian, and it's the most beautiful hotel in the world. I don't see the point of when you're worth that much money and you have a chrome car and you have his car's like $1 trillion. He has a monkey that he just left in Germany.
Does he actually?
Yeah, he tried to bring it to, this guy tried to bring a monkey with him on the plane to Germany. He brought it, and then they've quarantined it, and it's there, and he can't get his monkey back. But you can't tell me. No, I'm telling you the truth. But here's the thing: if you're like, what is he? He's 20 now or whatever. 19.
I think 19. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the difference. I was relatively successful in my group of friends as a 19-year-old. Not like Lindsay Lohan successful. Not like Justin Bieber successful. But like I didn't have a monkey.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. But even me then, like when I got a movie or I got on Much or whatever, I smoked weed. I didn't go smoking weed outside, and that was on Much. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. I did all this stuff as a bad kid, but I never did this stuff on outright where people could see it.
Yeah.
That's not the way to do
it,
man.
I guess I'm just curious as to why athletes are held to a different standard than
it's the same thing. They're just like the Disney generation. It's all about, like, making these kids feel empowered and not having any negative. I mean, not that drugs are negative or positive. To me, they're just neutral, and you do what you want with your life. But you can't have that connotation with athletes, professional athletes.
It's just
you
weird,
think
man.
You think it's weird?
Yeah, because like,
why do you? I don't think like. Do you want your kid being like, I want to grow up and shoot heroin and
No,
get touchdowns?
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Not that, but like, if I have a kid and he wants to play football, which is like the most violent sport,
Absolutely.
like, is it okay that he wants to, if he's a linebacker, that he wants to take quarterbacks' heads off? So be extremely
I see what you mean.
violent
Yeah, yeah.
and so it's the violence better than smoking smoking weed.
Unfortunately, it comes down to the fact that in most places in the country, these drugs are illegal. So they don't want to promote or anything illegal activity with sports, which are, which are supposedly amazing and like family oriented. Even though you're trying to cross-check someone's body apart
Yeah.
or knock someone's heads off when you sack them, right? Either way, you don't want to be associated with negativity as far as illegal activity. That's the only logical thing I can come up with. Now, I'm
It
just
makes
playing
sense.
devil's advocate also. You have to realize. Like,
Yeah, no-
I think everyone should be able to do whatever they want with no prosecution. And it's your life, man. You can do it,
I feel
Go jump in front of a car if you want to. Just don't hurt the person in the car.
Right, but he's not saying to do it. But
No,
if you
don't
want
do
to,
it. I'm just
you
saying,
can
do
it.
whatever you want. That's my opinion in life. You do whatever you want.
So Rainbow, I feel like this is even more egregious. So
Yeah.
Snoop is smoking in the HuffPost office.
Yeah, I think this is offensive that he decided to do this. But go.
But he's wearing a Lakers jersey. So he's got a Lakers jersey on and a zip up and
Is it a world peace jersey?
No, he's got a Dwight Howard jersey on.
I like
but
it.
he's not in the arena. And Snoop has got to be 40 now. So like,
Yeah, he's
I
like-
guess my question to you is jerseys outside of arenas, okay or not okay? Outside of
do you mean?
arenas or stadiums.
Wearing them?
Yeah, wearing them like out. Like if you were to,
Yeah, of course.
you're okay with that?
I got lots of jerseys.
But do you wear them in public
I
when
wear
you're
them when
not
I
going to
play
a game?
basketball.
Okay, but
or when I'm going to the game.
but that's okay. But you're you're playing a sport in the jerseys, or you're
Yeah.
going to a game where
So
you're
what
watching.
do you mean? You just wearing it as a shirt?
Yeah. Like,
What's
but
wrong
he's-
with that?
But he's
40.
40.
It is a shirt. So what?
I think there's a rule for grown men. in
Come
jerseys.
on, man. If you're 80, you want to wear a jersey, you wear a jersey.
But if you're 80, then I think the rule lapses when you're 80 because you're 80 years old.
Oh, okay. So what? Where's the cutoff?
See, to me,
Where's the cutoff? 60?
I think it's like, I'd say
My dad's 83. If I'm gonna put him when I get home, I'm gonna put him in my Timberwolves throwback.
What, your Kevin Garnett
KG
Timberwolves
Hell yeah,
jersey?
yeah. Wally Serbiak jersey.
I think it's you can wear jerseys until I think you graduate from university. So I'm gonna say like
I don't wear jerseys now because I like to look like a man. That's very true.
Okay.
I agree with you on that regard. But it's up to you. If you want to jump in front of the car and look like an idiot wearing a jersey, that's if you love sports and you have to be that outside of it.
I understand that Snoop is so West Coast and he has to represent for the West Coast and he's a diehard Lakers fan.
Socks and sandals.
Sometimes he wears hockey jerseys. He was like the first dude in hip hop to wear a hockey jersey in What's My Name.
I remember that.
I think he was wearing a Penguins jersey.
Although
actually.
I would go back and say that Tretch from Naughty by Nature was the first.
I think it's the same era.
Well, there's
I
like
think they're both 92
Snoop came out in 92
or 93.
OPP was 89 to 90.
No.
Yeah.
No. OPP was like.
It's got to be.
You're right. OPP was like 91. You're right. 91.
Snoop didn't come out till 93. 92, 93.
But wait, Tretch wore hockey jerseys then?
Yeah, he had Naughty by Nature hockey jerseys.
But okay.
Yeah.
But he didn't wear like an NHL jersey.
He got his own made. That's going further.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
feel
nice.
like.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I remember, and I think Fife Dog was.
Fife was definitely he wore a Pittsburgh jersey. Fife
Did he?
back in the day. That would have been first. That was 89, but he wasn't doing that on People's Instinctive. That would have been like Low End Theory.
Low End
that
Theory.
He did that. And
I know he referenced like.
That's 92.
I know he said something like complexion of a, some height of Muggsy Bogues, complexion of a hockey puck.
Oh well, he's the ultimate sport. He's the original sports reference for sure.
He might. If he's not the original, he's definitely one of the leaders as far as sports references in hip hop, or one of the major influencers.
Definitely.
But okay, so Snoop's
jerseys
outside of the stadium or arena. I say no unless you are say 20. I'm going to say 23 and under, and then so from 24.
I'll even give you 25
to like 60.
I'll give you 25.
I'll say 60. 25. Okay, fine. I'll revise it. 25 to 60. You can't wear jerseys outside of the arena or stadium.
I'm with you. I like it.
Okay.
I don't agree with it because I think you can wear whatever you want and it's up to you to look like an ass. But I do for my life. Yes, I agree with you, and I wouldn't wear it.
So Snoop. So wait, how did you get the job at Much Music?
Okay. I was living in LA. I came back here. I was playing basketball.
You were living in LA doing what?
I was studying. I was in acting school.
Really?
In LA, yeah.
So were you there? Like, what? Were you both? Okay, sorry. Were you there with your sister? Or
I was
there
living
with
with my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I was living with my sister. I came back here to visit. I was at the Jewish Community Center, the JCC.
The one at Bathurst in Shepherd? Oh, Spadina
and Bloor.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a member there since I was a kid, and so I played basketball there every Thursday, 7 to 10 or whatever it was. So I was playing pickup, and I jumped out of bounds. I jumped into a chair. My foot got locked in the chair. I fractured my ankle. So I was all busted up and on crutches.
How old are you at this point? What do you think?
I'm like 20.
Okay.
And I got all busted up, and then I went back and I was on crutches, and I was at a Vice magazine martini party, Absolute Vodka Vice magazine party at the old Vice store that used to be
on Queen Street. Yeah, I think right where the Gap store is.
Now it's the Oakley store now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I was there, and I remember I was standing there, and I felt a tap on my shoulder, and a lady came up to me, and she's like, "Hey, you're Rainbow," and I was like, "Yeah, I am." And she was like, we have a gap in the VJs. Would you like to come in and audition? I was like, I've never really thought about it. All right. So I went in. Basically, I had done a TV show when I got nominated for an award for a film I did, and they did a profile, like a Canadian actor profile for me. So she had produced
This is before
This is like a couple years before. When I was 18, I got nominated.
What was the movie?
It was called One Heart Broken Into Song.
Is that the Clement Virgo one?
Clement Virgo.
Or did he produce it?
He directed it.
Oh, he directed it? Okay,
he directed it, and it was all about, it was a love story, a poetic love story, based on poems by an author and a poet from the East Coast. I'm totally racking my brain, named George Eliot Clark. Yes.
Okay, nice.
Sorry. Had to recall from like 20 years ago. And so I did that, and so she recognized me from there. She asked me to come in and audition. I went through this like grueling process of auditions.
How many auditions?
I did like 6 auditions.
What?
I did street, like one day I would do in studio, one day I would do outside, one day I would do streeters. So I had to do like man on the street stuff, which I loved because I got to just like make fun of people. That was super fun. And I was way more aggressively witty at 20 years old than I am now. Now I'm very forgiving. But yeah, it was good. And then eventually I got called back, and I remember I was at the studio with the Oddities. We were making some music, and I got a call, and they were like, would you like to come in? And I had no money, like no money. And so I had to walk from like Queen and whatever, like Shaw, all the way to Much. So that was like a 45-minute walk that I had to trek. And I got in, I was all sweaty and crap, and they offered me the job, and that was it.
Oh,
cool,
sick.
Yeah.
So you got hired at Much Music in is that 02 then?
I'd say that's like 01 or 02. I can't remember. I think it was 01, maybe 02.
So the progression of like on-air talent at Much Music, like people of color. So it goes Michael Williams. Then it goes Master T.
Tony.
Then Oliver.
Yeah. I mean, he made the transition.
Rap City?
He did Rap City, and he transitioned from a videographer to sort of producing stuff and doing a bit of on-air.
Then it was you.
Then it's me.
Then after you was Matt Babel.
Yep.
And then I don't know who it is now.
And now I could care less, so I totally don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not
you know
certain.
What? Know.
What's that girl?
Then Sarah Taylor.
Oh, Sarah Taylor. Yes, Sarah Taylor.
And
well, I guess your era is Nam.
My era is me, Namageni, Kiwanuka, Amanda Walsh.
Right.
Bradford Howe.
Wow.
George Stroumboulopoulos.
Yeah.
Rick Campanelli was the front runner, and there was a little Rachel Perry in there, and a little, like, that was sort of when I came in. It was really my era was. I mean, when I came in, there was also Sookie Lee was just leaving, and Master T sort of trained me before he left. So, like, I had these amazing. We were talking about senseis and and teachers. I had the best teachers. I mean, for me, I got to watch George do interviews every day. Now he's, the king of it all. He's about to jump and do the CNN thing. And,
is he actually?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I haven't researched it, but apparently CNN's got him for doing a show for the summer or something.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
He's just, the man's an incredible genius when it comes to interviews. And
agreed.
I learned so much from him as far as listening and just not really sticking to whatever you have to do, but just doing enough research that you're so prepared that you can just have a conversation. And once you can do that, you can do anything as far as an interview goes. And you'll gain, they'll become your friend instantly, the person that you're speaking to.
So okay, so
So my era was crazy, and now they're all little kids.
They are. Well, you were a little kid too. If you're like
but
20 years old, or 22
I
years old
came
when
in
you
with like
started.
a music background. I came in with like a huge knowledge base, the same as George, huge knowledge base. Rick learned his over 10 years of being there.
Because he won. He's like the
he
most
was the
famous
original
example.
VJ search winner.
Yeah, the most famous example of the VJ search.
Yeah. I mean, he was a temp. He was supposed to be there for like 2 weeks.
Right, Rick
and he
the
turned
temp.
it into an 11-year
Career,
job.
yeah.
That now has gone on to host Entertainment Tonight Canada.
That's right.
Crazy.
I'm in studio with Rainbow Sun Francks, who was when I met Rainbow was in a hip hop group called the Oddities. He was an MC and he was producing music. And
Still am,
which we will get to.
Yeah.
I know I have so okay.
There's a lot with me.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I know.
And then he was a VJ on Much Music. And then the next time you popped up on my radar after leaving Much Music was you're in Stargate.
Yeah.
But I know there's some stuff in between there.
Yeah, I mean, I toured the country twice with
who?
the Oddities.
With the Oddities?
Yeah, we opened for let's see, we did a bunch of shows with like
So this
Souls
is
of
like
Mischief.
04, 05, right?
This is like 03, 04. This is like right after I left Much. I went straight across the country. So we did Swollen Members, a Battle Axe tour, because we were signed to Battle Axe, EMI. So we did that, and then we did De La Soul.
Cool.
And we did Blackalicious.
Oh, cool.
And Souls of Mischief. Like all my idols, rap West Coast idols growing up, we sort of toured with them.
So how long did you spend in Los Angeles? You mentioned earlier that you were going to an acting school there and you're living with your sister, who's Cree Summer, who was in the show A Different World. That was came on
Cree's,
after
I mean, forget about what she's done. Because
No, I'm not talking about...
No, I mean, A Different World is a good reference, but she's also like, she does every... she's a voice actor, first and foremost. Like, she's done every cartoon imaginable.
So she just like lives at Nickelodeon.
Nick and Disney, and she does, I'm playing video games, and she'll all of a sudden just a girl be like, oh, and I'm like, Cree? So
really?
weird. Yeah,
that's
all
cool.
the time. Yeah. I mean, she was Penny on Inspector Gadget.
Oh,
My
I didn't
dad
know
was
that.
Dr. Claw.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, Inspector Gadget was a great
I'll
show.
get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
We always had a conspiracy theory about who Dr. Claw was, and we thought it was the police commissioner, but we never...
Apparently you see him in the last episode, but I've never seen it. But that's the rumor.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta try to find that on YouTube.
Exactly.
For those that are old enough to know Inspector Gadget, and I don't. Was it Inspector Gadget just a Canadian? I remember watching it on Global.
No.
But it was played in the U.S. also.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made a movie out of it. Which
Yeah, it was huge
awful
with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. So you're in Los Angeles studying acting, living with your sister.
Yeah.
Who, for people who don't know, was on the show A Different World.
Yeah.
And so then.
Oh, okay, I see where you're going.
Right. So then tell me how you became.
So as a kid, I'll go into it. As a kid, I grew up on the set of A Different World. It was amazing as far as sports references and cool things happening to me. I was 9, I guess, so this is 89. So all the fun things I've done on the set. 89, I go to work with my sister one day, and Reverend Jesse Jackson is there.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, okay, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. He's such a monumental human being. So I was like, cool, I get to, and I'm a little kid, but I understand who he is and what he is and how amazing it is to meet this man. So I'm like, it's nice to meet you. He's very kind to me. Now, because he's there, other people start coming to set. A few of them I don't know. One of them I know. The champion of the world, Mike Tyson, young Mike Tyson, drives a black Ferrari Testarossa to the NBC lot, comes out just to meet Jesse Jackson there. He does his thing. Then he takes a shine at me. We hang out for the whole day.
On the set?
On set and off set. I'm in the cars, so I'm like looking at his car. He's like, you want to go for a ride? There's the best. So there's the best story is I go. So I'll tell you after. So we go. I'm like, he's like, you want to go to lunch? You want to go to lunch? I'm like, yeah. So we go to McDonald's. We're in McDonald's because it's just down the street, and we got to go back, right? So he orders whatever he orders. I order some stuff. He takes care of lunch, obviously, because I'm 9 years old. And some guy goes, Iron Mike, or he wasn't even. He was still the Kid Dynamite back then. So someone said to him, can I have your autograph? And he goes, I'll fight you for it.
Come on.
I swear it was the best thing I ever saw. And I remember
so the
this
answer to that
vividly.
question is no.
Yeah, exactly. Not right now. I'll fight you for it. So we hung out the whole day. He gave me, I went through like his personal pictures he had in the car. He gave me a picture, and I have it autographed. It's in one of my albums at home.
Oh, cool.
But it's like a picture of his. You know what I mean?
That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah. So that was one of the cooler experiences. Because of that, I became friends with Kadeem Hardison, who's been my big brother ever since. For you that are old enough and saw A Different World, he played Dwayne Wayne with the flip. He made the flip top glasses, very, very famous.
And Kanye referenced him in a song.
He mentioned my sister in his record as well. I guess he was a Different World fan.
Wow, who wasn't? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we're all like.
It was the number 2 show in the world.
So. It goes Cosby Show and then A Different World. Yeah. So yeah, what do you say? Going from Dwayne Wade before Dwayne Wayne became Dwayne Wade, or so I guess. Dwayne
that's
Wade.
amazing.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
So Kadeem was amazing, and
so you're like 10. You're like 9, 10 years old.
I'm like 9, 10 years old now, and I'm spending half my year there and half my year in Toronto, and Kadeem, who's become quickly my big brother, takes me out, and I'm playing basketball all the time, and we do nothing but play video games. He's a big video game player as well, and sports games especially. So we're playing video games.
So
all
you're playing
the time.
like Nintendo
we're
or
playing
Sega.
like EA Sports.
Okay, so it's
Lakers
so it's
versus Celtics back then.
Right.
It's like Genesis Lakers versus
Super
Celtics.
Nintendo. Genesis probably.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Better sports on Genesis.
That's true.
So we were playing, EA Sports, Lakers versus Celtics. And so this was, which I'll tell you even better, I went to the Bulls-Lakers finals.
In 91. Oh, wow.
And I have, he's Michael Jordan's good friends with Kadeem. I have Michael Jordan autographed pennant from that night, and I have one of his wristbands that he wore.
Oh, that's
in
pretty
the
sick.
game at home.
That's very sick. That's gross. Like I've hugged Michael Jordan, but I don't have any of Michael Jordan's
like
stuff.
I have Michael Jordan's sweaty thing, and I used to wear it in my games when I used to play. Like I would bring me Michael Jordan luck all through high school. I wore it.
Like it would seep into your body.
Yeah, I would. I got some DNA through osmosis. I know it happened. It worked. I got like triple-double every time. No,
right.
So Kadeem was amazing and blessed me with all of this love as far as basketball goes. And because he knew all the players, because, that was when TV and NBA were really going in the 90s while they were pushing the NBA. And so he had season tickets to floor seats to the Clippers since day one, since 89. So I used to sit on the floor all the time, which meant...
So you were spoiled. Like, that's
so
spoiled, like, as a kid. Like, how you
Can you imagine? But I wasn't like a spoiled kid. I was like...
That's what you say. You don't know how people...
No, I do.
You don't,
I do.
No,
I was raised right. I wasn't raised with a lot of stuff, so I know. Plus, my sister wouldn't let me be like, my name is Rainbow. I'm a hippie kid. Like I grew up, my sister didn't see a TV till she was 10 years old. You know what I mean? I draw pictures and stuff. It was an amazing experience. I will tell you that the best experience I ever had in retrospect was one time they were playing the Celtics, and I remember Larry Bird was just raining on us. Like it was just horrible. Larry Legend was just raining threes, and I literally got so mad I tried to get up and kick him.
Come on.
At half court.
Really?
Yeah, I was so mad at Larry Bird. He was just raining on
probably
him.
Had 35 at
Yeah,
half.
he did. He was killing. I just remember it was like the bucket was as big as a house for him, and he couldn't miss, and I was so upset. And I tried to kick him, and Kadeem grabbed me by the neck and just pulled me back right before I did.
Wow.
And security had to come over and say, like, you can't do that, even though you're a cute little kid.
Was that... I'm trying to think of, was that Danny Manning? Like, was Danny Manning?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got my allergy season. That's Danny Manning.
Who else is on? Who else? Like
Keon Dooling, isn't that? That's Dooling, Manning.
I think Dooling
no, that's
still
later.
playing.
No. That's
I can't even think of who.
That's Harper, man. That's like Harp.
Ron Harper?
Yeah, that's like early Harper, Danny Manning, Bo Kimball.
Okay, yeah.
Olden Polynice was on the team.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to remember like old Lloyd. What was his name? Lloyd Vaught? What was his name?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember all the old.
So that's how.
All the old. Anyway, it was Benjamin Benoit.
Right. So
man,
that's how.
I'm trying to remember the 89 through 91 Clippers.
Dude, if
but yeah, but a young Lamar Odom.
Well, he was a little
later, but this was,
like 10 years later, I think. When him and Darius Miles came in. I feel like
that was when
I feel like that's like 90.
That was in the
99-ish.
No, it was before then. It's got to be. Because I was in Toronto, it's got to be mid-90s, like 95.
No, Lamar.
I don't know. Anyway, we got to. We'll look it up. But I remember when those boys came in, when Darius and him, and they used to hit their.
They used to do the
tap,
the bumps.
Yeah, from the college days. That was my favorite.
So that's how you became a Clippers fan.
Yeah, and I've been a Clippers fan ever since.
And they've never been good. They had that one run in 2006, I think, when Sam Cassell was there.
But I grew up in Toronto, so with the Leafs, we're used to supporting teams that don't do well.
And the Raptors, who flirted with the playoffs.
I like the Raps this year, though. I like the Raps this year. I like the Raptors team this year. The
Raptors won 34 games.
I liked watching the team compared to past years, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think that this team could do something.
Like when though?
They're all 10 years old. It's to me it's like watching the Clippers. It's like watching a young team. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this year. Even though we lost, I liked watching the games. It was different. I wasn't cursing them. Lamar, you got a face on you like. Yeah.
No. I like Toronto, and I think the guys are great. It's just tough for Colangelo because when there are some players that don't want to play in Toronto. They get taxed twice. Yeah. So you can't handcuff that way, and it's not as though he can dip into that luxury tax bracket where the Lakers are, and the Mavs, and the Heat, and all those, and the Knicks, and those kind of teams.
The Lakers, oh my God.
Right. So he's handcuffed. There are obviously two tiers of basketball teams, and the Raptors unfortunately are down there with the Timberwolves and the Kings and the Utah Jazz, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom
came in
99, 2000.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
And he's
that makes sense. I remember shooting. We used to be able to go out on the court at halftime and shoot practice shots with them.
That's sick.
That was super fun.
That's sick.
Yeah, I don't even know if they do that anymore. I think it's tightened up.
I don't think fans can do that. I think you
not
have to
anymore.
I think you have to be either related to a player or you have to be one of the.
I guess it's because he was such a. I guess because. Kadeem had been there for so long.
Oh yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Got friends in high places.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I remember. Yeah, that was some of my fondest memories.
Are you still a Clippers fan?
I'm still a Clippers. I mean, now is the time to be a Clippers fan.
Right. Yeah. You guys got Chris Paul, Blake Griffin.
Chris Paul is crazy.
He's nice. His game is nice.
And Blake, what did they say about Griff? They said, this kid's going to be amazing when he learns how to play basketball. I feel like
that's something like Kenny Smith or maybe Charles would say.
No, I think it's, Charles might have said it. It sounded like that was one of my favorite quotes. I don't remember who said it, though. They're like, when this kid learns how to play basketball, it's going to be amazing.
When was the last time you went to a Clippers game?
Not for years. I've been working through the winter for so many years. All the shows that I shoot have been through the winter, so I haven't been able to get out.
So you did Stargate for 4 years, and you've done 3 years, and you just finished season 4, but you're third year on the Listener.
On the Listener, yeah.
Yeah. And then and when has the Listener started to air season 4?
Season 4 we just finished 2 days
shooting.
ago. Yeah.
But
I just did ADR. I'm finishing episode 401 now, so it'll start airing probably in a few weeks.
Oh, okay. So season 4 will just begin. Oh, okay. So I haven't missed anything.
No.
So
that even if you had.
I saw. No. I watched.
I'm a weird computer hacker. I mean, you can just fast forward to my parts.
I will because we're friends. I think maybe I saw season 2 because then one time I saw you randomly at I think it was. Did I see you when we went to see Textuality?
Yes, because I was.
You're friends in that.
Yes, Carly Pope, who
is
a dear friend of mine, who I went to the premiere with. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But more recently, I saw you, and we were, and when we had dinner, you were talking about music and how you still make music, and you were working with one of the dudes from Bass's Bass. Yeah.
I work with Chin and Jetty. He's my partner in crime, and he's amazing. He just won his 2nd Grammy this year.
Really? For what?
Yeah. This one was for a gospel record, actually.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
That is weird.
It's very diverse sort of thing that he works on.
So what kind of music are you guys making? And are you like in front of the mic, or are you on the board in front of the computer?
I'm doing both. I'm on the keyboard and programming drums and composing stuff, and then I'm also singing and rapping every once in a while.
Do you sing like? Are you singing like Drake? Or are you singing?
No.
Are you auto-tuning your?
No, I'm not.
Are you auto-tuning your voice?
No,
like Chris Brown?
No, I'm definitely not auto-tuning.
So are you doing? Is it more like 50 Cent? How 50 you would kind of?
No.
You would have sort of.
No,
a
it's
melody.
more like singing. Like my dad's a jazz singer. I grew up.
Yeah, but that's your dad. But that's your dad.
And my
though.
sister sings, and now I'm singing.
But is it like Ja Rule singing?
No.
Where would I be without my baby?
Maybe now it will be.
Dude, Ja Rule was like.
I ran into Ja Rule at the airport coming back from Australia. It was the weirdest thing ever. He had an entourage. 5'4"? He's taller than you think.
Oh, really?
He's not tall, but he's taller than you think, unless he was wearing lifts. Like, because he looks like a little, like, he looks like some sort of rodent, right? But, like, he wasn't. He's like I looked at him, and he was just a little shorter than me, which is weird. I'm 5'11". I thought he was, like, 5'4", 5'5", like, just really
like Cisco.
little. Yeah. No, like I saw Cisco at E3, and he's little. He's a little dude.
Yeah,
but
Cisco looks like he's about 4'10".
And he is. Like he's like just shoulder, like just
like
a
when
little,
he could do motion capture for any of those Ubisoft or any of those and
any character.
Yeah, but like for like Sonic the Hedgehog or like one of those little one of those little ones.
For characters that don't exist.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me. Okay.
Animalia motion cap.
When you are doing the music, what kind of music are you producing?
All across the board.
But that's too diverse.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing.
Okay,
like Chin's record, I just finished producing with him. I'm gonna sneeze possibly. No, okay. Okay, Chin's record we just finished. We're finishing now. We have to send it to the label in like 10 days. Like I'm gonna go home and finish working on
Sick.
it. It's an eclectic mix. There's like hipster anthems, sort of like guitar rocky hipster anthems on it. There's like funk stuff on it because
so is Chin singing?
Yeah, it's all him singing and playing, and it's amazing. It's gonna be a really good album. I think we got international release on it recently. I'm not totally confirmed on that, but I think so. And it's gonna be amazing. It's called The Reverb. Chin and Jetty's the artist, and I'm all over that. I just did a remix for Sophia Denai, who's a record, which is a record. Her record's called Wishing Well. It just came out like a day ago.
Like Terrence Trent D'Arby?
Yes.
That's like, he was, I wonder if he ever like, because he was big in like 87.
My mom calls Terrence Trent D'Arby Clarence Darby, and then I said, you mean Terrence Trent D'Arby? And she said, whatever. She also calls Tyra Banks Tara Banks.
Tara Banks.
And when I call her out on it, she goes, she likes to be called Tara. And I
No,
go, Ma, how do you know? You don't know her. That's my mom. Anyway. Yeah, so records I'm doing a record for myself and my sister. We're going to do I haven't seen a brother and sister thing since like Donnie and Marie.
No, I just read about one. Oh my gosh. Someone was at Coachella. Oh my God, a group from Chicago.
And their brother and sister.
Yeah. And they play kind of like, geez, I don't know the classification of music. It's a guy and a girl.
Everything's hybrids now, though. Like with music, everything's like it's kind of rock, but it's hip hop and it's kind of Rick hop.
Oh wow! In the video, the female vocalist, she's like the female in a relationship, and the guy in the relationship is like a 10-year-old black kid in like a southern house.
What?
Yeah, I don't even know where to search it because
I
I don't remember.
I wouldn't type in 10-year-old black kid in a house on YouTube. I don't think that'll.
No, because then it'll probably be that video. You ever see the one of the dad who is like berating the kid for wearing pants too skinny?
What?
You never saw that one?
You have the weirdest things
Doggy.
to look at. I need to, you know what? I need
Every
to shoot
Sunday night, I spend 2 hours on
YouTube?
World Star Hip Hop.
On World Star.
Like I get lost. I go down the rabbit hole and I'm lost for 2 hours.
Did you ever see on World Star the white guys that decided they were going to go to the hood and act like they were zombies?
No.
Oh, and they go, and
they
go
scare
through,
some black
and
dudes?
they scared all the black dudes off the ball courts.
No,
except for the last one where the black dudes decided to fight back, and you see this little white guy start running for his life.
Those dudes who dressed up as the like that takes guts.
Oh, so much.
That
guts.
takes to just roll
They're
up
in the heart, like you know,
on a crew of brothers playing on
Yeah.
a basketball court in the inner city.
Yeah,
like you have to be either crazy
like metal
or you have
metal
like,
mesh inner city.
Gosh.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. You got to look that up. You guys look that up too.
World Star Sundays, like it's from like 2:30 a.m. to about 4:30. Last night I was up for some reason random to about 4, just looking at stuff.
I need to come hang out with you and just be on computers.
You know what? I'm not. I know you're a huge gamer, and RT and I were talking about how you'll just game for like hours when you have the time.
Every Friday night, I do a live game cast on Twitch TV with my crew, the Console Creatures.
So you're like you and a bunch of nerds are
me and a bunch of old men nerds.
Yeah,
like we're all one's like 40. It's me at 33. My other dude's like 37, and we're all just like old crappy dudes playing games, and we just get drunk. Basically, the whole show is me hosting. And I start off, hey, it's Rainbow Sun Francks. You're watching the Console Creatures. We're having a great day. We got a lot of stuff to show to you. And by the end, I'm just like, I'm going to crush you with my mallet and smash you. And I'm just like, tonight's podcast is brought to you by Kraken Rum. And it's just like, it gets more debaucherous. It's really kind of fun to watch.
So wait, people experience
and people come chat and watch
while you guys are playing video games.
So we're playing, and I have a split screen. Basically, I have a setup where I can sort of direct as we go on the fly. So I have like a split screen setup. I have a full screen me. I have I have all these different setups that you can do on the fly. And yeah, and people chat. So we have a live chat going. And it's super weird.
Yeah, because
it's super strange. It's something that I didn't know even happened until about a year ago. When my producer at Console Creatures came to me and was like, do you want to start doing a game cast? And I was like, what is it? And he was like, well, it's going to be like a TV show from our living room. And I was like, sounds awesome.
Yeah, I don't. You are a legit video game connoisseur, and like, and when RT told me that, like,
RT got invited. He said he's going to come game at some point, so you should come.
But he's not that much of a gamer.
But we play a different game all the time. It's new stuff. It's whatever. It's just like having fun. Like we played Doritos Crash Course, which is like
that
a
sounds
game.
amazing.
It's a game that Doritos made.
RC
no,
game?
it's like Wipeout. Like
you're
your
awesome.
character you're your avatar that you use on Xbox, and you basically run through this obstacle course in the best time possible. It's like it's a joke game that you download, but we play like any game. Sometimes I played 50 Cent Blood in the Sand. It's a game that 50 Cent literally made of himself, like being a gangster. It's just like it's him as a rap artist, and he goes to like Dubai. The opening scene is him in like. It's like him in like
a private
him
jet?
in somewhere in like or him in like Saudi, and he's talking to these promoters who brought him there, and they want to like they're like, oh, we can't pay you, we can pay you in these jewels, and they pay him in like gold jewels and guns, and then someone tries to rob him, and then the rest of the game is him just like being gangster with the G unit and hunting down people. It's the best game I've ever played. It's like the worst, but I'm the king of buying like the worst games. I bought John Woo's Stranglehold recently, which is basically all your favorite characters from the John Woo movies, like Better Tomorrow.
It's basically you're basically Chow Yun Fat.
You're Chow Yun Fat constantly.
Yeah,
and it's all like 245, like two 1911 45s in your hands, and all you do is shoot people and slide on things and run on walls and jump up. It's like the worst game ever. But I'll buy anything. I also bought what was that Hayden Christensen movie with Samuel L. Jackson where you can tell
Jumper.
So I bought Jumper. Anyone who plays Xbox, if you want achievement points, I'm going to nerd out for a second. If you want achievement points really easily, buy the game Jumper. It'll be like $1. I bought it for $1 at EB Games or at GameStop. $1. It's the worst game you've ever played, but in 20 minutes, I think I racked up like 1,200 gamer points. So there you go.
Wow.
That's for all you nerds out there.
That's a little advice from Rainbow Sun Francks for all you cats on the Xbox consoles. If you want some easy achievement, I'm sure he's got
Jumper.
I'm sure he's got all kinds of these little nuggets, and it's Console Creatures on Twitch TV. That's awesome.
I would love for you to come play.
I'm not a gamer anymore. Like the only games that I'll play.
Do you like to drink? Occasionally,
100%.
Will you have a drink with me?
100%.
And will you like play some?
Look,
I play live.
I'll come and be in the room, but I'll probably just be on my phone.
That's what we do, also.
Yeah, but you're playing though. You're playing.
We order pizza. We get like 6 party pizzas.
Okay, well I'm down for that.
And we drink and eat wings and pizza and drink. And I play NBA 2K13.
Okay, I'll play
kids.
NBA.
Yeah,
I like to play like any kind of racing game, even though I suck at like the really like
the really realistic ones.
Yeah,
where you
I
have
suck
to, like,
at those. Like Gran
paddle down
Turismo, I
shit.
suck. Like, give me like some version of Mario Kart. I'm good with that.
We got that. We got like every version of every Mario Kart.
And while we're at it, shout out to the Game Genie.
Absolutely.
Shout out to that's technology that changed our lives.
There's a group that just came out, like a music group, that are calling themselves the Game Genies.
Come on, really?
I just read about.
See, that would play close like that.
That
has an immediate fan base just by the name alone.
Love Game Genie.
I want to get last thing.
Yeah.
Because I know you have a bunch of things to do. J.R. Smith, New York Knicks. He recently it was discovered his high school graduate. His high school year.
Amazing.
Yeah. His
I'm
his
just
high school
anticipating how amazing this is. Yeah.
His high school yearbook picture.
Yeah.
Was just released on a blog. I think it was Deadspin.
Oh my God.
And the cap, you know how you get a cap. Okay, before I get to his caption.
Are you going to show it to me?
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you.
Oh my God. Okay.
What was your, do you remember what your caption was in your high school yearbook
my
photo?
caption,
like your
what
graduation.
it said?
Yeah, do you remember?
No. I had a photo. No, because I like went away. I wasn't there for, I was shooting a movie with Clement. I wasn't there for like half the year,
yeah, but
so I wasn't there.
Weren't you in the? You weren't.
I was in the yearbook, but I didn't have like a thing. There was a little picture of me at one point, me on a bench where I used to just go smoke cigarettes on this bench, and there's a picture of me there with my buddy Carter next to me, and I think my friend Arlen or Pelosi next to me, and it just said, he's a movie star now.
Oh,
that was the thing. So that's pretty cool. Like
that is cool. Mine sucked. Mine was like I said, I gave a shout out to like some of my boys, and then the girl who I was dating at the time.
You're talking about what did I write?
Yeah, that's
Oh, a whole bunch of there was like a 93 till infinity quote.
Oh, nice,
I think.
nice.
Yeah, there's a Souls of Mischief quote, and the rest was just like a bunch of initials. I shout out the oddities and
in high school.
Yeah,
that's when you guys formed your crew.
Formed, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we formed early on. Well, I was in a group called Dynasty first, and then oddities. I met my friend Dave Sai, who's in high school. So yeah, we started in high school, I guess.
Mine was terrible.
God.
I
old.
Shouted out some of my dudes. I said something about Janet Jackson, who was like my high school crush, and
Amazing.
then I wrote like, I'll see you at the Oscars, which maybe someday I'll be there. Maybe it's working the red carpet, but someday
that's being there.
I hope to be there. But J.R. Smith from your New York Knicks, his yearbook quote from St. Benedict's Preparatory School in New Jersey.
Oh no.
Is
I can't read it.
His quote is,
you gotta read it.
Get chicks or die trying. Just
look
amazing.
at his face when he's
like, it's just amazing.
Oh,
Get
Earl.
chicks or die trying.
Earl. I didn't realize his name was Earl.
I realized.
Now we also knew that Earl needs to get chicks or die trying.
And it's no
I
wonder,
guess he got chicks now.
Well, it's no wonder that he went to JR as his
he went to JR.
Earl.
I love Earl. I would have gone with Earl.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, when you're like 17.
Isn't that E40's name? I would have gone with Earl.
E40 also does not go with Earl because his name is Earl.
Earl.
There are no cool Earls.
Because Earl means to throw up in the West Coast,
right? The Duke, except for the Duke of Earl. Shout out to the Duke of Earl, wherever he's at.
Dude,
Rainbow
get chicks or die trying. I love it. I'm gonna tweet that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice you've been hearing in studio next to mine has been Rainbow Sun Francks, who is just finished shooting season 4 of The Listener, which is on CTV. Is it on the U.S. also?
Yeah, it's on Ion TV. It's a CBS subsidiary on Ion TV. I don't know when they start airing, but they did buy it, so
nice.
It'll be there. It's on 138 countries, so look it up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
On Twitter, it's Rainbow Francks, one word, and Francks is Francks.
Yes.
On Instagram, it's @Rainbow Sun, which I will follow right now because I'm sure you take dope photos. And for all you gamers out there, on Friday nights,
don't even just go to consolecreatures.com.
Consolecreatures.com.
Yeah.
And you will find Rainbow and his grown man friends.
Not only that, you'll see me interviewing porn stars about video games.
Are you serious?
I went to the AVNs.
Did you actually?
Yeah. Oh, we'll look at it after. Oh, I can't.
So that's I should have. That should have been the whole podcast.
We'll do another one.
We will do.
How about that? I would love to do another one.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for listening to Cabbie Presents, the podcast.